Let me tell you something you already know but hate admitting. Getting rich is slow, painfully slow, and the worst part? The first $100,000 feels like running a marathon in molasses. You're putting in all this effort, sacrificing lattes and luxuries, and your bank account moves at the speed of a snail stuck in a maze of salt. But here's the good news. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's less talkative but equally brilliant partner who passed away in 2023, used to say, once you hit that first $100,000, things start snowballing fast. The next $100,000? Easier. The first million? Suddenly within reach. And after that, well, now you're playing a different game. So why does the beginning suck so much? And more importantly, how do you speed it up so you're not still eating instant noodles at 50? Stick around, because if you bail now, you'll miss the part where I tell you exactly how to hack this stupidly hard phase. I am the ironic investor. I've made all the mistakes and have the battle scars to show for it. My goal is to help you avoid the same mistakes and put you on a path to financial freedom. If you like my content, I would love it if you would press the like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now let's get into it. The awful truth about your first $100,000. Here's the brutal reality. That first chunk of money is almost entirely you. Your sweat, your overtime, your maybe I'll skip the $7 coffee today discipline. There's no magic yet. Compound interest is still in its training wheels phase. A 10% return on $5,000 is $500. Cool, but not exactly quit your job money. But here's where it gets interesting. Once you cross $100,000, that same 10% is suddenly $10,000.
Hey, all right.
Wow.
Now we're talking.
And at $1 million, that's $100,000 a year just from your money working for you. That's why rich people seem to get richer effortlessly. They're not. They just hit the point where their money finally pulled its weight. Why you're stuck, and it's not just your salary. Let me guess. You've told yourself, I'll start investing when I make more money. Newsflash. That's like saying you'll start working out after you get fit. It doesn't work that way. You don't invest because you're rich, you get rich because you invest. And risk? Yeah, investing feels scary when your entire portfolio is one bad week away from, well, guess I'm living with my parents again. But here's the secret. Everything is risky. Keeping cash under your mattress is risky. Remember, inflation's a silent thief. Not investing is risky too, because you can't win if you don't play the game. The real risk, doing nothing. How to speed up the pain, because waiting sucks. Since most of your first $100,000 comes from you, not the market, here's how to get there faster. Increase your income. No, really. Side hustles, freelancing, selling stuff you don't need. Do whatever it takes to funnel extra cash into investments. That $200 a month from driving Uber Eats? Invested properly, it could be $50,000 sooner than you think. Murder your small expenses. That daily vaping habit, over 20 years, it could be tens of thousands. I'm not saying you should live like a monk, but pick your splurges wisely. Avoid the I deserve it trap. New cars, luxury vacations, impulse Amazon buys. These are the dream killers. It makes it nearly impossible to hit that 100,000 and leads to a downward spiral that is harder and harder to escape. The faster you save, the sooner your money works for you instead of the other way around. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Investing feels weird at first. The market dips, you panic. But the people who win are the ones who don't quit. As the famous saying goes, time in the market beats timing the market. The majority of the massive gains on the S&P 500 occur in very short span of time. You gotta be in it to win it. The light at the end of the tunnel. Once you hit $100,000, everything changes. Opportunities appear. You can take career risks without risk of ruin. You can afford to put 10% of your portfolio into a business venture. Before you know it, you'll be more and more comfortable with taking measured risks. The hardest part is the start, but once you're rolling, momentum kicks in. And according to Charlie Munger, once you're at the magic 100 grand, that is the time when you can let your foot off the gas a little. So here's what you can start right now.
But right now, you need to do one thing.
Do one thing to speed this up. Cut one expense. Set up an auto invest. Research a side gig. Small steps compound too. Try to be 1% better every single day. Investing in yourself pays massive dividends over your lifetime. And if you bailed before this part, well, you just missed the best advice. But if you're still here, you're the kind of person who's going to make it.